This guy LARPs as a revolutionary but wants to stay home during TwitchCon so he can stream and make more money. A tale as old as time, says Destiny.
True. True.
Once again.
True. Once again, true as say Sex Destiny. Call me that because you fantasize about my say it.
I don't even LARP as a revolutionary. I'm a Twitch streamer.
What's with all the articles and all the interviews and talking about the revolution and how important it is to overthrow the capitalist regime and the funneling people?
So I think that people are a lot more radical now. This is an unprecedented time to really get others on board. And you actually wrote about this, and it was a great video where you talked about, you know, someone has to do it. See, when I say that, everyone knows exactly what I mean, which is, I think that shows that there's a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, and untapped revolutionary potential, as a matter of fact.
Oh, now we're just a little old Twitch streamer. Oh, okay. Also, I know you're just a loser fucking Twitch streamer. That's why it's called LARP. What are you guys linking me? Oh. Oh my god. God, he's so fucking cringe.
It's a statement that this is a statement that my haters have applied to me. Once again, they are setting the standards that they made up for me on their own, in their own minds, only to turn around and say you're not abiding by those standards. But once again, yeah, TwitchCon is the revolutionary activity that I should be engaging in.
I mean, the only platform that you seem to engage in commonly is Twitch. So would TwitchCon not be a natural extension of that platform?
He doesn't want to go to TwitchCon. So then with that, you had others pushing back a counterpoint saying that things have dramatically changed in America since then, as well as the fact that Hasan says that he's doing this to protect his fans. But no matter where you stand on this, what you're seeing is Twitch trying to reassure people that the event will be perfectly safe, with CEO Dan Clancy saying on a live stream,
just in terms of safety and security at TwitchCon in light of recent events.
Yeah, I've been shot at fucking ICE protests, man.
Like, you personally? Like, the cops were shooting at you? And you mean, like, just rubber bullets into a crowd? Or, like, they shot, like, live ammo? Like, oh my god, he's so fucking cringe. God, he's such a cringe LARPer. And he virtue signals so fucking hard. Oh my god, you're not a victim, bro. You're a spoiled white kid from an insanely wealthy fucking family where both halves of your family were loaded as fuck. You literally lived, like, the billionaire's dream life in Turkey and in fucking the United States. And now you're LARPing through your socialist project as you're like a consumer obsessed fashion bro who rides around on fucking private planes to fucking celebrities and porn stars, and now you're on Twitter. Like, Jesus Christ, it's like the most baby fucking life in existence. Like, I've been shot, they revoked my global entry. Oh my god, Jesus.
The fuck are we talking about? Also, Philip DeFranco literally posted the idiotic take from a dude who is not only in the crosshairs himself currently, but also someone who Philip DeFranco personally covered, issuing a death threat against me literally a week prior to this.
I've never issued any death threats towards Hasan. And I know how Hasan knows exactly what Philip DeFranco talks about or does at any point in time, because DeFranco literally has to okay his fucking scripts from Hasan over here. So yeah, congratulations on the collab there, buddy.
Like, Sex Destiny unironically said a straightforward death threat, issued a straightforward death threat.
Yes.
To me.
Like, if anything, that should make you feel even more secure, because I'm banned from Twitch. I can't even go to TwitchCon. TwitchCon might be the safest place for you then.
Correctly. And Philip DeFranco covered it. Oh my God. That was like, what, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? I mean, yeah.
I thought it was last week. Now it's 3 weeks ago.
So stupid.
Why would you ever get the feeling that Hasan Piker is a radical extremist? Why would you ever get the feeling that he's anything more than just a fucking Twitch streamer? Holy shit, Project G Assist. That's what I needed. That's what I fucking needed.
Elected and Trump in office is it kind of threw a because they didn't want him to be the president, and it threw a monkey wrench into all these things that they were doing. And you get to see a lot of these people scramble, and you get to see like, oh, this is there's so much like all.
Do you think if the government stays shut down for an extended period of time, public opinion will start pointing blame at Democrats? I don't know. All I want to see more Democrats standing strongly, and I want them to have a position. And if people hate the Democrats, I'm okay with people hating Democrats because of things that Democrats say or do. I'm not okay with people hating Democrats because of what the Republicans say, Democrats say or do. In my opinion, the reason why the Democrat approval is so low right now is because the average person thinks that a Democrat is what Republicans tell you that a Democrat is. I don't think that that's acceptable.
The Doge stuff where they uncovered all these NGOs.
This NGO is like the fucking, it's such a spooky boogeyman. It's like the deep state for retards. NGOs.
That was crazy.
Yeah. There's an NGO for, I think it's every 600 people in India.
Yeah.
What is that metric? What? Did you know that there's 50 NGOs for every single Steam patch? The fuck? Did you know that? That's so fucking random. What? Did you know that there are only 150 NGOs per NFL sports team? Did you know that there are 500 different varieties of insects in the Amazon for every NGO that exists in the United States? What?
You know how crazy that is? There's a non-government organization for every, I think it's like 500 or 600 people in India. There's like millions of them. It doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. It's like,
why does it not make sense? What is an NGO to you? What do you think an NGO does? What doesn't make sense about that? What would you like to see changed about it? What do you even mean when you say that?
What are you doing? What are you doing? Elon explained it to me too. He said what you would do is you would make this non-profit, and you would call this you'd put a bunch of money into it. So you put like $10 million, relatively small to them, $10 million to this thing, and call it like Agency for Peace, Center for Peace, whatever it is. And then that becomes a non-government organization. And then you get politicians to dump tons of money into this NGO, and then through this NGO you profit.
It's like a show.
How? Can you walk me through the tax structure of that? How do you profit? What? So you have a non-government entity. It can't be any 501c nonprofit, I guess. So it has to be some kind of profitable organization, which I don't even, if it's just organized as like a normal, like a non-tax sheltered LLC or corporation, would you even, I don't even know if you'd call it an NGO. Are NGOs typically thought of as only like the 501cs? Would you ever call like a normal corporation like an NGO? Nonprofit and for-profit entities. Oh, okay, it can include for-profit entities. Saving or even all funding from government sources. NGO typically is thought to be a nonprofit. Typically is thought to be a nonprofit that operates partially independent of government control. Nonprofit majors are focused on humanitarian or social issues, but how are you getting rich through an NGO because other people are donating to it? Like, walk us through the tax structure there.
Into this NGO, and then through this NGO, you profit.
It's like a shell company.
Yeah. And there's a ton of those. And there's so many of them, they couldn't even keep track of them. And the more they dug into it, the more they started calling Elon a Nazi. And it just got wild.
Well, they don't like when the elites don't like when the curtain's pulled back.
Well, that was the curtain being pulled back. That was the curtain being pulled back in a way that most people were not aware. And then I brought Mike Benz in, and Mike Benz laid it all out. And he was explaining that what U.S. aid was for was the things that were too dirty for the CIA to get involved in. So
Okay.
a lot of it was like regime change operations. It
Yeah.
was like outlining all these different regime change operations that were all being paid for, and then your tax dollars being dumped into these NGOs, and then people are pulling money out of it, and like billions of dollars.
It's the world's piggy bank. Why'd they stop digging? Are they still digging? Like
Well,
those?
I don't
Because I know Elon's not in the White House anymore, but
It was supposed to be a
seemed like
temporary thing, right?
But it just seems like it all just stopped.
We don't hear about it anymore. That's true. But I think it was real problematic. I mean, they did shut down U.S. aid, and they turned Elon into a fucking Nazi. I mean, how many fucking Teslas got keyed and tires got slashed, and his business was really troubled by it. And so he's like, I'm done. I'm stepping away. You guys, you didn't follow my instructions. You didn't follow my recommendations. So what can I do? You're ruining my life. So I'm just going to back out of this.
Go back to building rockets.
So he's just going back to building rockets.
Well-
And the thing's like, they didn't even care that he rescued those people from the fucking space station, which was wild. Like, no one wanted to give him credit. No one wanted to say thank you. They're like, no, he's a Nazi. People I know were calling him a Nazi because he spazzed out and went, my heart goes out to you.
Oh yeah, we make fun of that all the time.
Crazy.
Yeah, someone just took a still image, you know.
The guy literally has
A still image? Why does everything have to be a lie? It's a video. The still image doesn't even look as bad as the video of him doing it twice. A still image? No one here corrects a still image?
calling him a Nazi because he spazzed out and went, my heart goes out to you.
Oh yeah, we make fun of that all the time.
Crazy.
Yeah, someone just took a still image, you know.
The guy literally has a chain around his neck that was given to him by one of the mothers of one of the hostages in Israel that says, bring them all home.
Wow.
He wears it around his neck. That's what a Nazi does? Like, are you fucking kidding me? You think he's a Nazi? There's no evidence that he's a Nazi other than one hand movement.
Yeah.
That's it? This is what
It was two hand movements, and it's the massive amount of neo-Nazi shit that gets posted on X now, and the massive amount of amplifying that it does to some weird neo-Nazi-ish accounts. To be clear, I don't even think Elon is a fucking neo-Nazi. I think he's just fucking retarded.
We were kind of the cheerleader to get Jimmy Kimmel canned and taken off air for his despicable comments about Charlie Kirk after Kirk's murder. And the reason why we led that charge was because Jimmy Kimmel is a filthy liar. Not only did he lie about who killed Charlie Kirk, saying that it was a MAGA movement that did it, but
It's not what he said. That's a lie.
he also lied when he came back to TV by weeping and crying and blubbering on his knees. He literally sobbed the entire 20-minute monologue. Now,
He didn't. I think he was during one precise moment where he talked about watching Charlie Kirk die or something, but okay.
beyond just this being a bad look for you as a man, this is a bad look when you take the totality of what Jimmy Kimmel has said and done on this topic. When Charlie Kirk was first shot, killed, his wife widowed, and his children orphaned without their father, Jimmy Kimmel didn't cry. Jimmy Kimmel had no tears for that. Jimmy Kimmel used that as an opportunity to attack Charlie and his movement. Wouldn't that be the scenario to cry about? Wouldn't you be crying then? Why are you now just crying? Because Jimmy Kimmel's career is at stake, and Jimmy Kimmel's crying for himself. That's what's happening. These tears are not for Charlie Kirk or Erica Kirk or the Kirk family. They're for him. And well, Jimmy Kimmel's career, which was already on the rocks, remains so. And Jimmy Kimmel's ratings have plummeted 70% since returning. Jimmy Kimmel has a absolute and total collapsed show once again. He did have a lot of people tuning in order to see what he's going to say. Obviously, he made quite a stir when Jimmy Kimmel was taken off air. And now, ladies and gentlemen, he's back. But once the little pop fizz of drama fizzled away, then so did the audience. Jimmy Kimmel won for now. ABC reinstated the late night hosts early.
Why the fuck are we watching this? Because Benny Johnson is a legitimately large content creator who is definitely very real in terms of the audience size and definitely doesn't bot all of his socials and is definitely a massively enjoyed talk show guy in the United States of America. Absolutely, for sure.
After a suspension, and affiliates started putting the show back on the air. Station owners are saying that they wanted leverage over ABC and so on and so forth, but then they could cancel each other. It could be really ugly. So anyway, they're just going to put Jimmy Kimmel back on air. Nobody really watched anyway. This is, however, really a moot point because Jimmy Kimmel's ratings have once again fallen directly into the trash can. Still, Kimmel's long-term future with ABC remains in question. For those wondering if Kimmel could retain his newfound momentum, his ratings suggest no. While Wednesday's average of 2.4 million was ahead of Kimmel's norm of like 1 million, it marked a 70% drop from the record 6 million that showed up to watch his groveling non-apology. CNN media analyst Brian Stelter badly wants Jimmy Kimmel to notice him, touting Kimmel's YouTube numbers this morning, not his television audience. Kimmel's show will almost certainly drop back below 2 million next week. We'll be watching. And that means it's performing well below the mean. Jimmy Kimmel's making around $17 million a year, has a large staff. The show's production in LA is costing a fortune. CBS was losing $40 million a year on Stephen Colbert's show, and it did better.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I saw this. Wasn't this guy violent towards his pregnant wife? 240,000 likers.
The president also said at the Pentagon yesterday that he wants American cities to be used as training grounds for the American military. Is this the highest and best use of the U.S. military, and is this the right way to train them?
I don't serve in the Pentagon. I run the House of Representatives. And what we need to be talking about today is real harm that the American people are going to feel because of what Chuck Schumer is doing. Let me tell you what's going to be.
Well, hold on a second. As Speaker of the House, do you believe, no, answer the question. As Speaker of the House, do you believe it's appropriate to use American cities as training grounds for the U.S. military, calling those people in the American cities the enemy within? I'm asking you, as Speaker of the House, do you think that's appropriate?
I'm not going to comment on your characterization of what the president said.
Those
I
are
didn't get to see
quotes,
that
they're not
because I was a little busy
characterization.
yesterday. Well, you can take his quotes out of context, which you often do, and I don't think
now the quotes aren't good enough. Now you can't have quotes. Okay.
that's fair to the president.
Only in recent decades did politicians somehow come to believe that our job is to police the far reaches of Kenya and Somalia while America is under invasion from within. We're under invasion from within. No different than a foreign enemy, but more difficult in many ways because they don't wear uniforms. At least when they're wearing a uniform, you can take them out. These people don't have uniforms. But we are under invasion from within. We're stopping it very quickly. Ones that are run by the radical left Democrats, what they've done to San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, they're very unsafe places. And we're going to straighten them out one by one. And this is going to be a major part for some of the people in this room. That's a war, too. It's a war from within. But I want to salute every service member who has helped us carry out this critical mission. It's really a very important mission. And I told Pete, we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military, National Guard, but military. Because we're going into Chicago very soon. That's a big city with an incompetent governor.
Okay, I feel like the memery is a little bit heavy on this, but okay.